Xbox hasn't had it easy the past couple of years. They've made some great decisions and some bad decisions. They've had some successes and they've had some failures. Let's not talk about some of the games that just came out and the reception they've had. But we're taking a look at this article, the biggest strategic mistake of Xbox's Phil Spencer era that's not talked about enough. Questions of content acquisition have started to emerge once again for Xbox, but I really see the community rally against this particularly egregious oversight. There's a lot happening on Xbox right now. We're going to cover this article from Windows Central, from Jez Corden. Let's get into it. I'm Blaze2K, and if you love gaming, love handheld gaming, love the future of gaming, tech, and everything in between, consider clicking like right now, subscribing, and clicking the bell icon. I'm Blaze2K. Let's get into the news. The ROG Ally. Well, the old ROG Ally. If you're into gaming in general, you love playing Windows games, if you're excited about a potential Xbox handheld in the future, take a look at these Windows handhelds. They're fantastic. I've been covering them a lot on my channel. I've did videos, countless videos talk about gaming handheld news. The ROG Ally is one of the best handhelds. If you want to just get into the Xbox ecosystem, Game Pass, you name it, the ROG Ally is great. There's the new ROG Ally X, which is also pretty great. And don't forget about the Steam Deck. But if you're into Windows gaming and Xbox Game Pass, maybe not the Steam Deck, because it's really meant for Steam games. Anyway, let's get into the article. So Xbox's content acquisition strategy has been the topic of discussion again recently. Oh no. Why is it the topic of discussion again? Are they going to buy another big company? Honestly, Xbox fans are eating pretty well overall right now. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 just hit Game Pass, which was a pretty big deal. You know, now with Activision Blizzard being owned by Microsoft, we're starting to see a lot of those big Activision Blizzard games come to Game Pass, which is pretty sick. Obviously, Black Ops 6 is coming out on day one. It's going to be a day one release as well, which is a pretty big deal. Alongside Valorant, with all characters unlocked for subscribers. We also had great titles like Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess, and Dungeons of Hindenburg hit the service recently too. The Xbox Game Showcase 2024 from June gave the most exciting and comprehensive look at the Microsoft roadmap yet. Microsoft is officially working on the next iteration of Xbox console hardware, which we think could be a gaming handheld. That'll be amazing. And let's just say they build in support for Xbox Series S, literal native support, because there has been murmurings, especially from a YouTuber called The Fox, who's been going on about this for years essentially. The Xbox Series S was like a little test bed to get ready for an Xbox handheld. You know, it was underpowered for a reason, because they wanted, by the time they were ready to release an Xbox handheld, for all the Xbox Series S games to work on it. And that's why they've been pushing a lot of the developers to make their games compatible with the Xbox Series S, because they have bigger plans. Xbox handheld, Xbox handheld, Xbox handheld, Xbox handheld. Let's please let it happen. Anyhow, they're working on their next iteration of Xbox console hardware, and the rumor is it could be a handheld, which would make me cry tears of joy. I've always been wanting one ever since the Xbox 360, and you know, having experienced the PSP and the PSV, I was like, if only Xbox got into the handheld game, it would be amazing. But for now, just in case they don't, check out the ROG Ally and they'll know the Legion Go. They're really great alternatives for now. Anyhow, I framed the article in this way because I want to acknowledge the hard work that Microsoft has done to deliver for Xbox fans as of late, but it hasn't been all flowers and sunshine. Although the brand has been a bit stressed recently with some of Microsoft's strategic decisions casting doubts over the long-term future of Xbox, Microsoft is bringing its Xbox games to third-party console platforms like PlayStation, which on the face of it could reduce interest in Xbox hardware and hollow out desire for the brand. That has been controversial. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Obviously, we're starting to see Xbox branch out. They're less of a console maker per se now as they used to be back in the Xbox One, Xbox 360 days. Hell, even at the start of the Series X. They've basically acknowledged now that they're not going to beat Sony at their own game. They're not going to be able to release an Xbox console, have exclusives in the way that Sony does, and still be successful and sell, you know, basically make their money back, recoup their money. So they're adopting this whole new Xbox Anywhere, play Xbox Anywhere, Xbox on TV, Xbox on your Amazon Fire Stick, which is now a thing, which is amazing. Apparently, from a couple of comments that I've seen from you guys, it works pretty damn well. If you want to cloud stream games, and Xbox Game Pass cloud streaming is one of the best cloud streaming platforms I've tried, hands down, and I'm super picky. You know, Xbox is doing a lot of good things right now. They're trying to push Xbox onto tablets, onto your phone, onto your crappy Chromebook, your laptop, your old 15-year-old PC, you know, you're able to play Xbox games just about anywhere now through cloud streaming and through Game Pass, which is fantastic. And hopefully we're going to see a cloud-only, a dedicated cloud streaming tier for those of you who want to just get into the cloud streaming side of things and not have to pay for all the extra stuff like being able to play games locally. So yeah, a lot of people were a little bit disappointed, a little bit bummed that they're bringing their exclusives to PlayStation. But all in all, I think that's just the way things are going. Being able to play games anywhere on anything. I think console exclusivity isn't going to be the future. I think there's going to be a lot more players in the hardware market, and Xbox is obviously looking ahead to that and saying, hey, if we can't be the best console manufacturer, you know what? Let's just be the best developer. Let's turn into like Sega, right, and put our games on different devices, different platforms, and that's how we'll recoup our money. So I think it could be a little bit of a win for Xbox gamers, because we'll see Xbox games on multiple platforms. Hopefully, obviously PlayStation is looking likely, and Nintendo, which is going to be good. But obviously, if you're a hardcore Xbox hardware fan and you loved Xbox consoles, you know, it's not so good for you guys. And it does sadden me a little bit, because Xbox 360 was my favorite console of all time. It was, and I talked about that in a previous video yesterday, because they're closing down the Xbox store, the marketplace on the Xbox 360, which was sad, and it brought tears to my eye. Anyhow, I'm rambling. So, which on the face of it could reduce interest in Xbox hardware and hollow out desire for the brand. It's with stuff like this, that in mind, that Xbox fans are often skeptical about some of Microsoft's strategies. Xbox flagship IP Halo has been arguably thoroughly mishandled. I cannot echo that enough. With how much that got delayed, it got delayed by years and still didn't have Forge mode at release. I don't know how they messed it up so much. For the size of the studio that they have, and with how big an IP Halo is, for them to have messed Halo Infinite up like they did, it just boggles my mind a little bit. It really does. I thought, like, the past couple of Halo games haven't been great, and I thought Halo Infinite was going to be a turning point for Halo. It just fell flat on its face with the multiplayer, with the game modes available, with the maps. Frankly, a lot of the maps look the same to me. The Battle Pass, making it into a live service game, they just fell so short, in my opinion. Like, I feel like we haven't had a good Halo game since Bungie made Halo games, right? Halo 3 is the best Halo game ever, and Halo 2 as well, and the original Halo. Halo 1, 2, 3 are for me. All the ones after that, not a big fan of. But apparently Halo Infinite is coming back now. So let me know what you think of that. Capcom and others have had a run of games exclusively skipping Xbox, including Monster Hunter Stories, as well as ports of games like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's wild, since a lot of these games were previously available on Xbox platforms, and community has rightfully been angered by Microsoft's seemingly lack of urgency over some of these issues, and perhaps they're all symptomatic of the same problem we'll discuss in this short piece. However, I rarely see the core Xbox community discuss what is arguably the biggest miss in recent Xbox history, maybe since 2013's notorious Xbox One launch. Oh yeah, where they tried to make it like some sort of entertainment center and chock full of DRM. Nope, wasn't a fan of that either. And that is the near blanket omission in this entire gacha games genre, potentially alienating the entire generation from Xbox. Microsoft had the opportunity to bring Genshin Impact to Xbox, but passed. That's a spectacular miss. Do you play Genshin Impact? It's mainly a mobile game, right? But they are trying to bring it to console now. It is a pretty substantial game. If you like those sorts of games. Me, not so much. People often don't care about games skipping Xbox unless it's a game they want. I'm acutely aware of the idea that I'm one of the few gamers that want Monster Hunter Stories on Xbox. Probably Microsoft is likely acutely aware of that fact too. At EVO 2024, Capcom announced SNK vs. Capcom SVC Chaos for the modern platform, that is PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. Once again, no Xbox in sight. EVO is the world's biggest fighting game tournament and represents one of the most passionate and dedicated communities in all gaming, and to have another game like this announced exclusively not for Xbox on such a grand stage does send a big message. The fighting game community is not always best served on Xbox. Purely for the sake of argument, let's give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt on this one though. You could argue that fighting games aren't as big as they once were. True, it's been maybe over a decade since I've really played a fighting game properly, and probably not driving new users to gaming like they would have done in past decades. Although Mortal Kombat is an absolute beast of a game, especially with the inclusion of like characters like Homelander and Black Noir, and a lot of characters from The Boys and like more modern TV shows and superhero shows. We're seeing a lot of mix up and mash up between a lot of big characters from different big franchises on TV and movie and games come into Mortal Kombat with like amazing fatality animations. I've just been seeing them spammed over YouTube. They're absolutely amazing. Mortal Kombat has been amazing. Go play Mortal Kombat if you haven't, or go watch some videos on YouTube. It's doing really well right now. Big games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter they're a far cry from games like Call of Duty and Fortnite that drive engagement. So hey, perhaps there's no big deal about older Capcom fighting games, right? Maybe today, but you never know what the future will bring when it comes to the content. I would argue that if you should go on to ensure that every genre is well served on your platform, even if the audience is comparatively small. You never know if something will blow up. A few games encapsulate that reality, like Genshin Impact. So basically, the author of this article is basically just saying not every genre is being served well on the Xbox hardware, like the Xbox, right? Genshin Impact. A lot of these fighting games, which I completely understand, but I think Xbox has basically virtually given up on hardware sales at this point. I think, like I said, they are working on new hardware form factors. Phil Spencer pretty much admitted it. If we get an Xbox handheld, we might start seeing a little bit more dedication into their own hardware. I just don't think, as far as competing with the PS5, Xbox can do it. I think Xbox is going to have to really think out of the box if they want to compete with the PS5 and on a hardware scale, hardware terms, and I think the handheld is the way to do that. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. But yeah, he's going on about Xbox, Genshin Impact on Xbox. He's still going on about Genshin Impact. God, man, give it a break. He's still going on about Genshin Impact. All right, let's just say the crux of this article is that he's sad that not every genre is being served well on Xbox hardware, Genshin Impact especially. And, Xbox can't keep missing out on these big games that people play. And the truth be told, that's why I play PC, because I can play everything. Even PlayStation games are coming to PC now, which is amazing. And obviously on the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally and stuff, being a PC, it's never been this good to be a PC gamer. Xbox Game Pass is great. Love it. No issues here. Love the efforts in cloud and the efforts from the first party too, but I do long for a future where I receive press releases from studios for new games that read, and it's coming to all platforms. Like Genshin Impact. I'll only forget Xbox to be admitted, but hey, maybe I'm asking for too much. I can't help but feel like landing Genshin. His gacha siblings should be DEFCON 1 situation for Xbox. So basically, Jez Corden really loves his bloody Genshin Impact, and he won't go back to Xbox until he gets Genshin Impact. There we go. So let me know what you think about Xbox's decisions lately with cloud, the drama around Xbox Game Pass going up in price, day one releases being held away from the cheapest tier on Xbox hardware. I feel like they're really just making Xbox hardware like really undesirable at the moment as far as their Xbox Game Pass tiers go. The lack of games, how much they fumbled their first party releases. Xbox, do better. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments about Xbox's strategy in terms of the acquisitions and all that, and how you feel about Xbox hardware. Does it have a future? Do you want it to go to handheld gaming, or do you want it, set-top boxes that go onto your TV, like the Xbox Series X? Do you want them to keep doing that? Do you want them to get rid of the large consoles, or do you want them to just go like cloud gaming, or just be like a publisher? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, I'm Blaze2K. Sorry for rambling a lot in this video. I'm so sorry. Go watch my video about the Xbox 360. I had a little bit of a ramble yesterday too about the Xbox 360 marketplace shut down, and how our only option now for Xbox 360 is to emulate piracy. No piracy. Anyways, like, subscribe, click the bell icon. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Blaze2K. Thank you for being here, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.